Plants vs. Zombies comes out, and it's this game that you could play, beat, and win, and you're like, I'm done. And then the Plants vs. Zombies people are like, oh, shit. And then they build expansions onto it, like, you'll never be done. And they suck you back in. So that's the game experience I've had. We just put out a game yesterday using our Jay and Silent Bob characters. It's just iPad and iPhone. But it, too, is a way to pass time for me. I play so many other people's games on the crapper. Why not my own game? You know, I'm always playing with myself in the bathroom. This is the way I could do it for 99 cents.
Do you, I mean, I want to ask you really quickly, but I would say, like, I have an app for my podcast, and one thing I love about any kind of interactive element with your listeners or your fans is you're speaking directly to them all the time. I have a way to tell everybody who listens to my show, hey, this episode's up right now. Hey, I'm at Comic-Con right now. And I feel like the idea that you can be speaking to people through games, you know what I mean, like talking to them in an active way where it becomes a conversation, right. That's going to be the future of entertainment. They love what you do. That it's not just Twitter, it's not just Facebook. You can be speaking to them in a really intimate way through a device that they're holding in their hand all day long.
Here's the next level they want for Jay and Silent Bob. They can tell you can talk to them about it, build it.
How are you talking to them intimately in a device in their hand all day long? Through a game?
They just hear my voice. What are you doing right now, Kevin?
Good job.
Don't talk to me when you're on the toilet.
Yeah.
No, well, like, you know, you can do a lot of push notifications to your fans through where it'll just pop up in the middle of whatever they're doing on their device.
They'll send you a Twitter back or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That.
You can interact with them.
It's like kind of the next stage of Twitter, as opposed to just like sending out a message. Right. This finds them wherever they are, like those owls in the Harry Potter movie. Just comes and finds you, slaps you, is like, Tay-Tay wants you. And you're like, it's Tyler! And then the owl flies off.
I really want to be Tay-Tay. I mean, that's totally me now. But I have a question for you because you've done a couple of games. Do you find that rewarding as an actor? Do you want to make more games in the future? Is it fun? I mean, it's a fun thing to do on the side, but...
It was fun when I did Halo 3 because I play Halo a lot.
ODST? Was it 3? Was it
yes, ODST and then also the first 3. Yeah.
I loved ODST. That was a great game.
But I liked it personally because I could be in a Jeep with myself.
Yeah, you could.
Screaming,
yes.
I want to go home! That was all, my characters are always the scared ones. I got a new plan, hide! That was always, and so I just drive around with this jackass, which is me, screaming in my ear. But, you know, that was the novelty.
You'll never be lonely again either, man. That's really beautiful. You're like, I get into my fake world and I talk to myself.
Exactly.
A very cowardly version of myself.
Yes. All right, so games and movies are both continuing to exist. Both can be great.
They're going to coexist. Games, I think you're going to see, if I could pull a prediction from the future, games going to be way more profitable than movies. Everyone likes an interactive experience. Movies, as you see, are getting devalued more and more and more. It's like you used to go buy a DVD for 20 bucks. Now you can buy a movie online for $1.99. Right. Yeah. So video games, they're not quite there yet. With app games, absolutely, you can pay 99 cents.
I also feel like what you mentioned, that you can extend the value and the investment of a video game longer because you buy the first game, you buy all the DLCs, you buy the maps, so they're
Think about it. With a movie, you make one movie people like. If you want to extend the experience, you create another movie, a sequel, more money on top of it. With the video game, you've already got your world built, then you just extend in the world and keep it.
Can you apply that model to a film, though? I make a film, I make a great immersive video game, and then to know what happens in the next movie, you have to play the game because that's going to be the through line between the two films?
I think they've applied the ongoing narrative to film, and that's what kind of TV became. The idea of like, we don't want this to end. We like these characters so much, keep it going. So I think if you're going to see a blend of anything, it's not so much cinema in games as TV in games, the episodic nature of like, we like these characters, we want them to keep going. We cry when they get killed. Yep. We sit in the Jeep with them and they tell us how scared they are.
The new Halo game, I think they're doing like a whole season. Where it's like, you see what, every week there's a little season of like 10 weeks of like these characters are going to evolve.
And since we are mostly in front of our TV screens now, and the TV is kind of evolving into something of more of a multimedia platform, not just the box in the room, but your computer and your video game center, and where, let's be honest, most of us watch our movies, not so much even in a movie theater more as much as we do at home. At that point, yeah, man, just kind of put it all in that box and like Tudyk said, start pushing, touching the screen. It'll be filthy and we'll all get diseases off of it because we're so busy touching the screen.
Back of the hands, back of the hands.
All of this, right? You got to Howie Mandel that stuff all the time. Bones, bones.
All right, well, thank you, Kevin. Good hanging with you.
Good hanging with you, man.
Aisha, thank you. Alan, Mr. Umbrella, we appreciate it.
Take us out, Jeff.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a fun Comic-Con, and we'll see you next time for an all-new bonus round.